Dusk painted the sky in shades of purple and blood orange. 5 friends stood before a dilapidated Victorian mansion, its silhouette a jagged scar against the dying light. A dare, whispered in the hush of twilight, had brought them here, to the infamous Blackwood Manor. "Last one to touch the front door's a chicken," Mark challenged, his bravado failing to mask a tremor in his voice. The others exchanged uneasy glances. The old house loomed over them, its vacant windows like empty eyes. Stories whispered through generations warned of the manor, tales of tragedy and unexplained occurrences. Despite their fear, a thrill, sharp and cold, coursed through their veins. They were young, invincible, and this dare was just another notch on their belts of teenage bravado. The heavy oak door creaked open, groaning like a weary beast disturbed. The air inside was stagnant, thick with the perfume of decay and the weight of forgotten memories. Dust motes danced in the faint light that filtered through grimy windows. Each footstep echoed in the oppressive silence, amplified by their pounding hearts. "Anyone home?" Emily's voice cracked, the sound swallowed by the suffocating silence. A floorboard groaned underfoot, the sound unnaturally loud in the stillness. Shadows stretched and twisted, playing tricks on their eyes. Every creak, every rustle of wind through the broken panes sent shivers down their spines. The house breathed, a living entity whispering tales of sorrow and despair. As they ventured deeper into the bowels of the manor, a sound pierced the silence. A haunting melody, melancholic and ethereal, drifted down from the floor above. It was a waltz, played on a piano so out of tune that it sent chills crawling down their spines. Each note seemed to vibrate in the air, a physical manifestation of the unseen. "What is that?" whispered Jessica, her voice barely audible above the spectral music. They exchanged uneasy glances, a silent agreement passing between them. Curiosity, a dangerous siren in the darkness, drew them towards the source of the music. They climbed the grand staircase, its once polished wood now rotten and treacherous. Each step was a testament to their courage, or perhaps their foolishness. The music grew louder as they reached the top of the stairs, emanating from a room at the end of the hallway. A single flickering candle illuminated the room's interior, casting long, dancing shadows on the walls. They stood frozen at the threshold, their breath catching in their throats. In the center of the room sat a figure, its back to them, fingers moving gracefully over the keys of a grand piano. "Hello?" Mark's voice was a harsh whisper, breaking the spell that held them captive. The figure stopped playing, the music dying abruptly. It turned, and a collective gasp escaped their lips. The face that stared back at them, illuminated by the flickering candlelight, was their own. Each of them saw their own features, twisted and contorted in a grotesque mockery of life. Panic seized them. They didn't scream, they didn't hesitate. They turned and ran, scrambling back down the stairs, their fear a tangible entity propelling them forward. They burst out of the house and into the night, the echo of their own terrified gasps following them. They never spoke of that night again, but the melody of the waltz and the horrifying vision of their own faces remained forever etched in the darkest corners of their minds.